Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have some party recipes. These are all things that you can make ahead of time and then just assemble them the day of. If you do enjoy this type of video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I can make more of these in the future. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. So we're going to start off with these flavor-loaded Italian sandwiches. You can use any bread of your choice, but I highly recommend trying it with croissants. And I'm going to coat one side with pesto. Then I'm going to layer my Italian meats. I love buying those little packages that come with the 3 different Italian meats, and then I like to add just extra ham or whatever I have on hand. Since most of these meats are very salty, I like to balance it out with some sort of mild cheese. Swiss cheese, provolone, or even mozzarella cheese would work beautifully with this. I'm using Swiss cheese today. If you're serving the sandwiches the same day, then I would go ahead and put them in the oven to toast. If not, you can go ahead and put them away and then finish prepping them the next day. So you want to put them in the oven so that the cheese will get nice and melty. And once I took them out, I topped them with some sun-dried tomatoes. I also added some banana peppers. These give it a nice tangy flavor. And a really important part is to add some sort of grainy mustard. This is going to balance out all those flavors. So you can serve the sandwiches whole, you can cut them in half. I personally like to cut them in 3s and then stack them using a skewer. I just like the presentation. So next up, I'm going to show you how you can make this make-ahead bruschetta, and it's so packed with flavors, you guys are going to love it. So we're going to start off by roasting some garlic. I'm coating it with extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper, and I'm putting it in the oven at 450 degrees for 15 minutes, turning it once in between. And you're going to take it out once it's nice and brown like this. So we're going to use half of it for the tomato mix and the other half for our bread. So starting off with the bruschetta mixture, I love using all sorts of different colored tomatoes. I just love how colorful it looks, but definitely feel free to use whatever you have on hand. I personally like to be able to see the big chunks of tomatoes, so I try not to cut it too small, but again, this is also up to you how you prefer it. I'm also taking some fresh basil and I'm going to chop that up and add it to my mixture. I do like it to be very basil-y. I find it's a lot easier to cut if you roll it up like this and then you fold it in half and then start cutting it. You can get those really tiny pieces a lot easier. So now I'm going to add my roasted garlic. So I'm going to chop it up as tiny as I can, and then I'm going to add that to my mixture. And this is going to add so much flavor. This is especially good if you make it the night before and then serve it the following day. All those flavors get to come together and it becomes almost like a sticky consistency, and it's so delicious. Then I add some salt and pepper, some extra virgin olive oil, and balsamic vinegar. Or you could also use red wine vinegar. I find that the balsamic vinegar gives it a little bit more of a sweetness. I will have all the ingredients and measurements listed down in the info box for you guys. We're going to give our mixture a good mix and then set it aside, put it in the fridge for later. Now we're going to start working on our toast. I'm making some homemade roasted garlic butter. All I do is take my butter, I take a couple pieces of that roasted garlic, and I like to add just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to soften it up. And I'm going to take my baguette and start slicing it. You can make the slices as thin or as thick as you like, depending on your taste. I like them to get nice and crispy in the oven, so I make them pretty thin. So then I'm taking my roasted garlic butter and spreading it on all the pieces of toast. And right before I put it in the oven, I like to sprinkle some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Now go ahead and put it in the oven for 350 degrees at 15 minutes or until the edges are nice and crispy. Right before I plate it, I like to add some parsley. It gives it a nice, beautiful pop of color, and then I like to plate it. So you can plate it 2 different ways. You could either have it where you have the bruschetta served on the side, or you could already have it assembled for your guest. So next up, I'm going to show you how you can make these strawberry cheesecake bites. They are so tasty and so easy to make, and these make a really nice addition to your dessert platter or your cheese platter. So we're going to start by taking either some mascarpone cheese or cream cheese, and we're going to mix some powdered sugar into it and mix it until it's all nicely blended together. Then I'm going to take these rice papers, which require no cooking whatsoever. You can find them in the international aisle pretty much at any grocery store. And the instructions are pretty simple. You just get a bowl of warm water and you dip the rice papers in there for about 5 seconds, and then you pull them out and they come out this really kind of like jelly-like consistency. And we're going to spread it out, and I'm going to fill it with strawberries and my cream cheese filling. If you guys have ever had the dessert called mochi, which is kind of like a rice marshmallow filled with ice cream, that's kind of what these taste like, but without the ice cream part. So then I'm folding it in half and I'm tucking the corners in, and then I'm rolling that over. And you'll have these tiny little rolls. They're so much fun to eat. You can serve these by themselves, or you could even serve them with some chocolate dipping sauce. That would be really good too, but trust me, these are so good just the way they are. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all of these recipes you can make the night before and then just put them together the day of. I hope you guys enjoy these recipes. Let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite and which one you are going to try out. And I will talk to you guys next time.